All right, so listeners, welcome back to the next episode of the Sled Sin podcast. As always, appreciate you guys being here, regardless of what platform you are on. I'm going to set the tone right here at the beginning. If you could tell, my voice is a little bit off. I have been down with the sickness and not the cool kind for the last week, ever since I got back from McCall. So my voice is a little bit off. So it might be some coughs and stuff, so apologies.
Hence the cough drops.
Yeah, cough drops and lots of water. And but yeah, as always, be sure to check out some of the links in the description. You can apply to be a part of the Sled Sin Brotherhood. There's a form in there, as well as a link to a bunch of the discount codes for our awesome sponsors that help sponsor us and support what we're doing with the brand. So for this episode, we're back in person, not on a virtual one. I hope you guys did check out the previous episode with Levi Green. That was a phenomenal episode. The dude's a stud, has a lot of things going, and look forward to part 2 with Levi in the future. Hopefully we can do that second one in person, but I've gotten a lot of good feedback from that episode. So if you haven't listened to that one, be sure to check that one out. For this one, we're back in the studio. We've got Jeff on this episode with us, and we've got Shay with us as well. Jose was unable to make this one. I think he's got some coaching duties or something. Or he's working today.
He's working right now, but coaching duties this evening, yeah.
Copy. And then Kobe, kind of a last minute thing. As soon as we got done in McCall for the Backwoods thing last week, he hopped a flight to go work for a few days down in California. So he's, at the time of this recording on Monday, he is flying back home tomorrow, Tuesday, to be back in the mix with everything. So unfortunately, he's missing this episode, but he'll be back in the future. And so we wanted to, for this episode, kind of talk about recapping the Backwoods Giveaway Retreat that we did last weekend. Which, per Jeff's notes, this event almost did not happen.
Facts.
Which was interesting. So we'll kind of get into that. So if you're unaware, this was the second Backwoods retreat that we've done. This is the third giveaway collectively that we have done. We put on the first one in Sandpoint, invited Jaden Ballard and Justin Ponzer as special guests to come to that. That was a success. Last year, we brought Backwoods on board to help us for that event in McCall last year. That one was a serious success, so we brought it again, back again this year. Shout out to Backwoods for having the willingness to choose to put their name on something like that and support an event like that. It's pretty cool. I think it's unique in its manner that we pick 6 winners at random instead of 1 or 2 winners to come partake in that. So it's kind of cool to open the door, increase your opportunity and chances to get to win that. So also want to give a shout out for any of you that entered into that giveaway, whether you guys supported on Instagram, following us, or chose to buy some Sled Sin merch, some Cool Refreshies merch, or some Sled USA merch. We appreciate your guys' support across the board. So, we started, I guess let's start at the beginning. We started planning this event in October. This is also when I booked the lodge, the same lodge that we stayed at the year prior. And then, so I had the lodge booked in October. And then immediately after that, I began to solve for food and a chef, because this year we knew that Luke Youngberg and his family friend Scott were not going to come to this event, so we didn't have a chef planned out, right? So solve for that. Got some quotes for some private chef there in McCall. We were aiming around like 20 people, I think, or so. Got some quotes back between like 8 and 12 grand, which I think is kind of industry standard for that many people, but not something that we were going to.
That's not in our budget.
No, partake in. So I had some problem solving to do there, to which was able to make the decision to have, and this is a highlight or a special shout out to one of our sled send team riders, Mr. Jason Jones, out of Downey, Idaho. He stepped up and took on the role of being the chef for this event in tandem with Jose. Jose also stepped up and took over one of the dinners, and then they collectively worked on breakfast. So big shout out to Jason, which in another break off from that as well too, I want to highlight Jason kind of has, I don't know if he's like directly friends with the local butcher shop, but the Maddox family farms.
Sounds right. Yeah.
I just had it up here. I don't want to get it
The
wrong.
steaks were really good.
They were.
That's what we're getting at.
Yeah,
really
so
good
Maddox Family Farms, they're in Downey, Idaho. They donated 16 ribeyes and 10 pounds of bacon
It was so good.
in exchange for, some social awareness from all of us. Yeah, the steaks were, I don't know, phenomenal.
They were.
Jason did a really good job, and the meat quality itself was really good. So that was really cool to have Maddox Family Farms participate in that. You can check out that link for their website, and their butcher shop is in the description below as well.
Didn't they give
too.
us bacon also?
Yeah, 10 pounds of bacon, 16 ribeyes, 10 pounds of bacon. Donated it to the event for us, which was pretty cool.
That was awesome.
So I just did the math on that quote, and it was like $45 a meal per person, basically, based on that quote of $12,000.
Oh yeah,
So it's not as crazy when you break it down.
No.
necessarily.
no. I mean I think that's what I'm saying. It's on par for the industry standard.
Right.
It's not on par for our budget on this one yet.
It's just not, not feasible for us. But so yeah, I was really glad that Jason and Jose stepped up to take on that role, because it is, it ended up being 16 people. Chet and Ryan from Backwoods, unfortunately, they've got a lot going on this season, and they were not able to make it to this event this year. They really wanted to be a part of it, and will continue to in the future. But just given the state of their business, they were unable to make it this year. So there was 16 of us total, 6 winners. Also want to give a slight shout out. We don't really talk too much about it on public, but we had done a content challenge inside of the Sledson Brotherhood for 2 people that we voted on to make the funniest, coolest piece of content. And we voted on those 2 winners.
We'll pop those in right now.
Which was Charles and Leon. And they won their ticket or slot to be able to come with us to the Backwoods.
Those were good ones.
Yeah,
event.
it was fun meeting Charles. Obviously, we've all met Leon.
Yeah,
We know what Leon's about.
Yeah.
The goat seller.
Yeah.
Charles is
Hot
a
Cheetos.
stud.
Yeah.
And if you're listening to this, there's a good chance that you saw Charles's video of him doing a rap about installing a wrap on his sled. Super creative, and the dude can spit some bars.
Yeah.
And he's just a good dude too. He's a lot of fun to be around. So that was cool. That was our first time to actually get to meet him in person. So he drove up from Reno to be there. But
Doing it again, too.
yeah, before we kind of get into the event itself, what I mentioned by the event almost not happening is about a month out from the event, I reached out to the lodge that I had booked, that I had put a deposit on, and just reached out to the owner and said, hey, send me over the invoice for the remaining the remaining amount. And to which he called me and proceeded to tell me that there was a calendar issue and he had double booked
Womp womp.
for the lodge. And
Sucked the wind right out of our sails when we all heard
all
that.
scrambling.
like 3 weeks out from the event.
And we need a place that holds almost 20 people.
We need a place to hold almost 20 people, but
And vehicles.
for those of you that have never been to McCall, parking is a little tight within city limits of McCall. So not only 20 people to sleep and hang out in one building, also have to have plenty of space for parking. trailers, sled decks, the whole nine. So that dictates, that's an extra required layer of booking a place, enough beds and enough parking. So I think it took, 4 or 5 days scrambling, going back and forth, searching, reaching out to people. I know Jaden had to reach out to a couple buddies in McCall to see if they could find something. I ended up finding a house on Airbnb that fit, I think, perfectly. And so we got that booked. And so, it was kind of the only option to find a solution. We couldn't cancel it,
That train was already
had 6
left the
winners.
station.
So luckily the stars aligned for us to be able to still pull all that off. And then the other,
Wait.
Wait.
We got to talk about how the new place was actually ended up being all right.
Yeah.
Some
Turned
of
out
the
really well.
some of the positives of it.
huge shop.
Huge shop.
Yeah, had a big shop. I think for the giveaway, one of the big positives was how close it was to downtown. And riding.
Yeah.
It was really close to the snow park or whatever you want to call it we went to.
5 minutes, literally.
Yeah, but then it was easy for us to all go and take a little visit to the old yacht club, which I think was good entertainment for everyone for the weekend.
It was
Definitely.
15.
Which we
Definitely
wouldn't
added some
have
fun.
done that if we stayed at that other place.
Exactly.
Yeah, because the main place that we stay at, Donnelly, is like 40 minutes south, whereas this house was 15 18
minutes from the yacht club.
So it was prime location, and so then it was also outside of city limits of McCall. McCall is very strict on rules and what's the word I'm looking for? Downtime, like a curfew type thing, quiet time and stuff by 10 p.m. to respect the neighbors and whatnot. So
You saying we're loud or what?
Huh?
You saying we're loud or what?
Not necessarily, but it's nice.
Some of us can be.
It's nice to have the freedom to be loud if we so choose.
Or moving sleds first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Late at night.
Speaking of that.
Things like that.
Yeah. Let's just take all the sleds off the sled decks, take all the sleds out of the trailer, rearrange them all.
At what time?
It was pretty late. Oh, that was actually at like 2 a.m, huh? Yeah. It felt like it was only 9.
I didn't have anything to do with that. I was inside.
I know.
Good times. You know what was really funny is
I forgot.
Jose. I've watched Jose load a sled on a sled deck 6 times this year, and I think almost all 6 times he's almost fell off. And when we were moving his sled that night, he almost ate shit, dude. It was god.
What's the word that he's using?
Yips. He's got the yips.
He's got the yips for loading and unloading off a sled.
When he
deck
worked
this
on
year.
his sled here, and he went to load it, he got halfway up it and got stuck. I was just like, "What are you doing, dude?" Then the next time I saw him was in McCall, and I watched him do 3 or 4 loads that were questionable.
You should have seen it when he bit in his spindle and he was trying to
say,
load
so
12 times.
necessarily
I didn't see that one.
Trout Lake.
It's not just a broken part issue.
Yeah.
He's got the yips.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
So then the last thing that was kind of hovering over us, which has been up until recently hovering over, I feel, most people in the West, as far as the industry is concerned, is the snow conditions, right? We were going to McCall knowing that it hadn't snowed there in several weeks. And so we were pretty hesitant, but we knew that regardless, we were going to make the best of it, which we did, but we thankfully ended up finding actually some really, really good snow. We went up into a new spot none of us had ever been. We kind of tasked Jaden with scouting.
Shout out to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we went Friday before all of the winners arrived. Went up into a new zone and got into some really cool, good pockets. Like I was saying, the quality of the snow was really, really good. It was just super shallow, right? There wasn't very much of it.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of sharks, but the quality
There
of the
was
snow
a lot.
actually really, really good.
On the way too, there was a lot of things.
What? And I think Friday there was 40?
Oh, it was
We had
so
all
hot.
our vents open, and
Dude, I was
On our
I
sweating.
think it was.
and
I was
stuff.
gonna say. I think it was even hotter than that.
yeah,
It was. The whole day was
it was
hot.
warm.
Saturday was hot too.
The ride into the bowl was that was a lot of work. It was a lot of work.
Yeah. So yeah, we definitely because Jaden had never been up there before, so we went right up a pretty interesting drainage, only to come to find out later that there was a road around that they found. So the plan was
It's a good thing we did a scout day.
Yeah, the plan was to go and scout that stuff to try to find a place to ride for Saturday and Sunday with the winners, right? So we got into some pretty good stuff, and then I think it was like around like 1-ish or so, Jaybird, which is Jason Jones, he goes by Jaybird, him and I decided to head back because we still had to go to the grocery store to get some odds and ends. And then I wanted to have at least one person, one meaning either myself, Jaden, or Ponzer, be at the lodge in time for the winners to arrive to greet them. So I volunteered for that. So Jaybird and I took off to go solve for that. We got back to the house, changed, and we were just about to head into town to go get groceries. And I get a phone call from Jose. And I answer it, and Jose says, "Hey, are you back at the truck yet?" And I was like, "Dog, I'm already back at the house and completely changed." And he was like, "Well, I sucked a rock up into my heat exchanger and all my coolant's gone."
You should. I saw it. All.
Youch.
I saw when it happened. Like
So
it was exactly what you
I
said.
was gonna say
So-
that clip is hilarious.
to frame this, if you know anything about Jose and follow him on Instagram, he is the 850 Brown Bandit. Now, a lot of you collectively could tie the fact of Brown Bandit to he's Mexican, a little bit darker skin complexion,
What?
right? But
You're not white?
it's my belief that the real reason as to why we consider him the Brown Bandit is because I have seen this time and time and time again, over and over. When he gets stuck, he likes to continue to not let off the throttle, pin and wiggle, and continue to push the sled,
Even in the dirt.
Becomes a Chinaman.
which is fine to a point. But when you're throwing 50 yards of dirt behind you, it's probably a good idea to go ahead and stop. So I've seen this several times. Before Jaybird and I left, we were sitting up kind of on a little shelf with you, and we were watching the notorious Brown Bandit do his snow skid mark.
The snow skid mark. That's
And I
funny.
looked at Jeff, and I told you, I said, it's only a matter of time. He continues to do that. At some point in time, his luck is going to run out, and he's going to suck up a rock into his heat exchanger. Well,
Literally an hour later,
I spoke it into existence, and he gets stuck again and does he was ripping all right. And so he ends up sucking a rock up into his heat exchanger. So you towed him down the mountain?
Well, I had made it a lot farther along than he had, and Ponzer, Kyle, and I were hanging out. I don't know how far away we were. We weren't like too far away, but we had got up out of all the nasty stuff, and we were just bullshitting. And then all of a sudden, I hear him come over the radio, and we're like, "Well, we just got up here," so we all went and rode for a little while. And I was like, I got on the radio. I'm like, "Hey, you still there?" He's like, "Yeah." We're making our way back down, and I'm like, "All right, well, we'll turn around when we're ready." And so we all went and played around for a while. And then at some point I decided I'd go back and help them, which I timed it perfectly because I
Arrived when the work was done?
they had got it almost to the road.
Okay.
Like they had all, cause he was riding it out still. Like, he'd ride and shut it off, ride, shut it off, ride, shut it off.
Ooh, at 220
But,
degrees Fahrenheit.
but I showed up, like, I don't know. We were probably like a quarter of a mile from the road, and I had to tow him from there on. But once we got to the road, it was pretty easy. But it was a little difficult on the trail. We had some challenges,
Sure.
for sure.
Yeah, well, not as challenging as Leon had it, but we'll get to that soon.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, not as challenging as that. No, yeah.
So So at some point when he got back to the truck and got his sled loaded, throughout there he had called me and asked me to search in town if I could find somebody to weld his sled up. And so we ended up going into Mile High, the local dealership there in McCall, and talking to one of the guys that works there, and found a guy, called him. Jose ended up taking his sled to that guy, to which that guy said, "No, we don't do that."
Oh, I got stories about this too. It's pretty funny. Jose was, when we showed up and the guy told him no, and then the guy's like, "We actually have someone else that might do it though." And Jose got like a little glimmer of hope again. Oh yeah. And Jose calls the other guys like, "So-and-so reference to you, blah, blah, blah." And basically the guy said like, "I don't want to spend my Friday night trying to fix your sled." And Jose was so mad. He was so freaking pissed off. And let me keep going. As we leave there, we had to go pick up the rice and beans, right? And Leon and I didn't have our cards. He had to pay for the rice. Jose had to pay for the rice and beans because we were in his truck. He had his cards, blah, blah, blah. As Leon, for some reason, we left Jose in the truck. I think he was trying to call more places. As we're walking in, there's an ice cream shop right next to the Mexican restaurant. And Leon looks at me. He's like, "You think we should get him an ice cream to cheer him up?" I look at him. I'm like, with his own card. I'm like, "I don't know. Let's go get the rice and beans first." So we go and get the rice and beans. And he's like, "Let's do it." We walk in there. And we get him this ice cream, like this ice cream sundae bowl thing. And we walk to the truck. We get in. He's like, "What's that?" It's like, "We got you something." Dude, the smile on his face was priceless. It was so funny. Turned his day around. And his luck, I think, maybe.
Yeah. Got pretty lucky.
Yeah, we'll get to the luck part.
Yeah, I lost my train of thought with what I was going to say regarding that. But
you got ice cream and it was all better. That's all you need to know.
This is what I was going to say. So for the listeners and viewers that are unaware of the context here, Jose has 2 snowmobiles, and he brought his second snowmobile as backup.
It's a smart play.
Yeah. But instead of just riding his backup sled that he brought,
he should have rode that day one.
He felt a type of way about wanting to have his boost. And so he was had his panties twisted up on trying to solve for this. And if anybody else can provide context on how the stars have continued to align for Jose, because I don't understand his pattern of luck.
He gets lucky. He gets so insane. Lucky all the time.
So fast forward a little bit, we're all back at the house. The winners start to arrive, and one of the winners, his name is Taus Cook, who actually lives in McCall. His parents own C-Sesh. He was 15, so he couldn't drive. So his family friend and
mechanic,
rimshaw mechanic, dropped. His name is Dale.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was Dale.
How all this unfolds, whatever. So Dale ends up offering to fix Jose's sled.
I was gonna say I could speak to
that night.
He walks in, introduces himself. And he been in McCall for a long time, yada yada yada. Like I know a few people. If you guys need anything, let me know. Essentially, and Jose was just like, "You know anyone that can weld a heat exchanger?" And just kind of like, "Yeah, well, like what happened?" I sent a rock through it. Whips out his phone. "Let me make a call." Dials someone up. Like no sooner than 5 minutes later, comes back and is like, "Pull the skid. Let's go." And it was just kind of like, no way is it that lucky. Like that is, super cool.
So they loaded.
He didn't even pull the skid.
No, they just loaded.
He took
up
the whole
his
sled.
Yep, just took the whole thing.
Yep, and had it fixed and delivered the next morning.
Yep. Imagine if it didn't come back.
And all he wanted in exchange for doing the work was what?
Tequila.
Well, Jose was making carne asada.
Tequila.
And so he's like, "Well, do you got any tequila?" We're like, "No." So I think who went and got tequila? Was it Charles?
I think Charles went and
got tequila. And when he got back for dinner, he had a plate of carne asada and took multiple tequila shots with Jose and some others.
Pretty fortunate.
Yep. Was
Last
there.
minute that night, and then delivered to you fixed and ready to go
God,
the
he was-
following morning.
Crazy.
He was down so bad.
He was.
Wasn't it
I think
funny?
he was down bad the next morning.
Didn't he say something too about like, oh my gosh, you need a clutch kit on this sled or something? And Jose had just,
I don't know.
Jose just installed a clutch kit on
Did
it. Didn't that happen? Yeah.
The guy said that to him?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
He was like, wow,
Dude,
you need a clutch kit
It
on
was
this
so,
sled.
dude, it was hilarious. When he brought the sled back, he's like, I ripped it around the shop a couple times, made sure everything was running well, blah, blah, blah. He's like, but you need a clutch on this thing, dude. Something's off with it.
And
After he
Jose just installed a
Jose didn't say a
$500
damn word. He's like, yeah, I
Imagine
know.
not.
I could see him doing that. He's like, oh, yeah, I know. I've been thinking about it.
Yeah. Yeah. So
That's funny.
anyways, Taos arrived, who's from Idaho. Like I said, Dylan arrived from Northern Idaho. Kyle arrived. Kyle actually arrived the day ahead of time and actually rode with us on Friday. He was from Idaho.
He didn't.
as
He
well.
arrived in the morning, right?
On Friday.
on Friday.
Everyone arrived Friday. He didn't
Yeah.
arrive a day ahead necessarily.
Well,
I
yeah,
see what
he
you're
arrived.
so when he showed up,
in the
I
morning.
didn't know he was a winner. I thought it was like
Yeah,
one of
I
Jaden's
didn't-
friends or something.
I did the same thing.
And
It
then he's
wasn't-
riding with us, and then I think we found out he was a winner. We're like, oh,
Yeah, I put two and two together and walked back up to him and was like, I had no idea that you were a winner. I thought you were. Well, because Jaden brought Cody from Dynamic Designs to come ride with us as well. So I just thought that this Kyle kid was friends with Cody or Jaden or whatever. And then later on the snow, I realized and put two and two together and realized that Kyle was one of the winners. And then the chances of this happening are pretty wild. So we actually had an engaged couple that won as well.
they both won.
They both won individually.
Separate, yeah.
Drew and John.
Yeah,
And
they were
they're
fun.
They're from Idaho as well
They were
too.
really fun.
Yep, they were a really good time. All of the winners were a really good time. And then the last winner was actually from Wisconsin, who had his truck and sleds in Denver, because that's where he rides out of. So he had to drive up from Denver. But so he was the only one that wasn't from Idaho. 5 of them were
So
from
did he
Idaho,
fly?
which
Was he in
crazy.
Denver or did he fly to Denver?
I think he flew.
Flew to Denver from Wisconsin, picked up his sleds and truck. And
Those
drove.
Midwest guys are dedicated.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
they're
are.
a different breed.
We were all just complaining today about
Yeah, 5 hours.
a 5-hour drive.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was, once everybody got there, we held like a little group meeting and whatnot and kind of congratulated the winners. Was also able to hand out a special gift to the 6 winners from Seth Aldridge, who won last year.
Oh, I didn't get mine.
It's at my house. He took some metal plates and laser cutted Backwoods Giveaway Retreat 2026 Backwoods logo, Sledson logo,
They're
Cool
pretty sweet.
Freshies, Sled USA logo, and gave it to all the 6 winners. So they're pretty excited about that. But then, yeah, held just kind of a little bit of a team meeting with everybody, set the tone, game planned, made sure everybody had all of their Avi training stuff. Prior to the event, I had sent out DocuSign liability waivers to all the winners so that we didn't have to do that in person like last year. And yeah, just got everybody acquainted with everyone, and then carne asada, and just hung out and had fun the rest of the night. And then Saturday was the first full on ride day. We went back to the zone that we had gone to Friday that Jaden had scouted out, and it was a lot of fun.
It was sweet.
A lot of good stuff.
Beautiful day.
So, and it wasn't really too bad. Like I said, there was 16 of us, and so we were all collectively able to kind of really keep track of everyone. The prior year, I think we were at 23,
I got a little.
22, so there was definitely more.
We
last
ended
year
up
we
in
had-
2 groups a lot more often.
Yeah, last year we had to set like captains, right, that were
Yeah.
in charge of like 3 or 4 people. All went collectively to the same general
area.
zone, but we tasked captains to be in charge of X amount, and that was their only responsibility. Whereas this year it was we were definitely a lot more closer, which also was contributed to the snow too, right?
Yeah.
Like I think if the snow would have been crazy and awesome, there can be some more
Squirreling.
squirrels a little bit. But
Yeah. Well, I feel like naturally people kind of get into their subgroups within the group too.
Yeah.
It just kind of happens.
Yep. So I think we only took out 2 A-arms Saturday.
Yep. 2 A-arms on Saturday.
Yeah, it was a fun day. Yeah. And then we
Chester.
we built a fire at one spot, hung out there for quite a while. Jaden took a couple of the winners to work and practice on some bow ties and stuff. And then Leon decided to do
Who's Leon?
a Leonidas
No.
Chester.
Yeah.
Chester.
He decided to do a mock burial, which was really cool. All the winners participated in it. All of us participated in it except for, I think, Ponzer,
Me.
Jose, and Jeff went for a rip up a mountain to get some content or something, so they weren't there. You guys came back down about the time that we got that done, so that was really cool to do that. And then from there, we wanted to go into a zone to play a little bit more, but this was about 4 o'clock. And I noticed that people were getting pretty tired and some mistakes were being made. And so I went up to Jaden and I was like, hey, I'm going to call this. Let's switch it up and head for the barn. So
It was a good call.
we did that. And I think probably 7-8 minutes into our route out, Mr. Chester blew a dry belt on his 2014 Pro,
14,
Yeah.
15, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's right.
to which nobody had a spare belt that fit that. We had some spare belt.
Brand new? Jose?
Why are you doing that?
Jose? Jose?
Just blew those spokes out.
Jeff.
Blew
Jose?
those spokes out.
Give me my belt back.
Hey, you got to take it from him because he needs it, not me.
Hey, make that work, okay?
Can you see if the number works? Or is it number the same or no?
3,
It's
2,
a quick
1,
drive. It should be
1. I can't tell.
We're gonna make it
220?
work.
Negative. I got 1167.
You probably haven't.
It's not that.
But not for that particular sled. So that was really fun to dissect that. Jaden volunteered to tow out, and we were still quite a ways from the truck.
Yeah,
It's pretty far back.
this is a good distance, that's for sure.
So there was definitely some challenging obstacles to overcome. A couple points, they tied 2 sleds together to tow the one.
They towed 3 at one point. I have a
That was-
clip
that
of
was 3.
it.
It was 3. And we still didn't.
Yeah, so
Still didn't go
needless to say, at this point, I made the decision to send back Ponzer and Jaybird to get back to the house to start marinating and seasoning the steaks to get ready for dinner because we didn't know quite how long this was going to take to get this sled off the mountain. So they had took off, and then shortly after that, we came to the conclusion that we ordered a belt from Mile High. Ponzer went and picked it up. Most all of us left the sled there with Charles, Jose, and Leon. Decided to stay back at the sled. They built a fire and just hung out. And then all of us headed back to the snow park. Ponzer brought the belt, to which Jaden and Taos mobbed back to Chester
We were buzzing.
and put the belt back on. And not Mile High's fault. The part number on the box for the belt was correct. The belt inside the box was the wrong belt. But it was enough that they were able to get it
Limped it
on
out.
and limp out the sled, and then they exchanged the belt for the right one and all good. But
Just feels like everything was stacking against us on this weekend.
Nonstop.
yeah, so that was kind
Still
of a
had fun.
late night. I think we finished steaks at like 9 o'clock
Yeah.
that night, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they walked
Finished
in about
dinner.
like 8 maybe, and then I think we didn't start cooking until they showed up, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, that was an eventful day. And I think at this time that night, at some point in the evening, it started raining, to which then it rained all night.
And all day the next day.
So we woke up the next morning, currently raining. and we we hosted a vote on who wanted to go ride, who wanted to go to the hot springs, who wanted to just stay home
And watch the Super Bowl.
and watch the Super Bowl. And I think 4 of the winners selected to stay back at the house. So I volunteered to stay back with them. Wasn't going to leave the winners by themselves at the house, right? So I volunteered to stay back. You stayed back. You stayed back. Leon stayed back. A couple other people, I think, ended up staying back.
It was like half and half.
Jaybird.
Half stayed, half went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I kind of wish I would have went. Low key.
Well, it was raining at the house, but it was snowing up high.
You can,
And I think they got into some really good
Yeah.
Looks
snow
like
and
it.
had a really good time. And I don't think anything broke or anything happened.
No, I don't think so.
I don't
not to
believe.
my knowledge.
So yeah, and then they got back probably in the third quarter, I think, maybe of the Super Bowl, somewhere right there.
He was right at halftime.
Yeah.
Or a little bit before halftime. 'Cause
Yeah.
Jose translated for us.
Yeah, he
I'm
did
just
actually.
kidding.
In the moment. It was impressive.
So yeah, and then quite a few of the winners took off Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. I think only Drew and John stayed Sunday night with us.
Yeah.
And then, I think we went out and had some more fun again Sunday night. Or not?
No.
No?
I think we stayed home Sunday.
Saturday night?
Saturday night was the
did.
last one. Sunday night we stayed in.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and then
Frequent flyers at the yacht club.
loaded up the next day on Sunday and rolled out, or on Monday, I mean. And Monday it was still nuking.
It was actually
Oh,
snowing
dude,
at
Jose
that
was pouting then too. Oh.
Yeah, Jose.
Dude, what was funny is he was trying so hard to stay any way he
Right.
could. He even found a 2-place trailer where we were staying to try and pitch that to either like you or Kobe or someone about staying to ride.
Yeah.
Which I would have stayed in the road and
Well,
just got home late.
The problem with it was it was my truck with Kobe's trailer, and because we did that, we had to put the generator in the back of my truck, which meant that I had to take the ramp out, and I didn't have my clamps because we could have hooked the trailer to your truck, and Kobe could have went back with you, and I could have stayed with my truck, and then Leon, Jose, Jeff, and I could have rode, but it didn't pan out that way. So, but yeah, then we got home, then I got super sick, and have been since then.
Lame.
I'd say it was a success.
It was a really
Yep.
good time.
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, no,
It was this year was a different type of fun, I guess. It wasn't as rowdy on the snow, but
yeah. I mean,
we had a
still
lot
made-
of fun at
We made
the
up for it.
cabin,
Yep.
whatever you want to call it, the Airbnb.
Yep.
Rage Cage
Still-
was a big hit.
Yeah, it was.
It was. Still made the best of it, and as always, I mean, shout out to Jaden and Ponzer for partaking and being a part of that. Jaden really steps into the role of kind of leading from the writing aspect. I take on more of the back end stuff, and then Ponzer steps into more of like a content machine.
He does
role.
good too.
Guy was
so
just on his computer all weekend.
Yeah, shout out to both of those boys for putting in the effort and the work and wanting, just as badly to be a part of it as the rest of us. So shout out to those two boys. Yeah, I don't really know what else there is to add to that. Other than
Success.
it's been really cool the last, 3 times of doing this that, to your point that you made earlier is, we don't really know what we're getting ourselves into by picking 6 random winners.
Yeah.
And every year there's just been really good.
The group
people.
dynamics always been different, but it's always been good.
Yeah. No, it's been really good. So yeah, it was super success given the snow conditions and some of the problems that we faced at the beginning, but that's just part of it. You pivot and adapt and make it happen no matter what. So we did.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah. Shout out to the winners too. The just being open and willing to go and do things and try things. I think that's the biggest part.
Put up with us.
Yeah. yeah. Relate to our shenanigans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's always-
I don't know. They
always
might,
encouraged to
Some of them
partake.
might have been the driving force behind some of the shenanigans.
I would say that there was a couple of them.
No, it's always really fun. I think it's definitely one of the highlights of the season. It's really cool for the 5 of us to, time block and go spend the time and go do something like that. So it's good trip,
Absolutely.
good event.
Absolutely.
Nobody got hurt.
I don't know, Drew. I think Drew took her bars to.
Oh, she had a nasty bruise on her leg. She posted on her story.
Yeah. Yeah, that didn't look.
No bones.
No.
Got broken. No hospital visit.
No.
No totaled sleds.
Oh, I forgot. I was gonna say who got hurt last year.
You did.
This guy.
Not only me though.
Yeah.
Hoffbauer too.
Hoffbauer like barely made it off the mountain. I feel like he was hurt.
He was in tears in his helmet. Poor kid.
Not fun.
I don't think we've ever had a winner get hurt though. I mean,
I hope
we don't want that.
No, I hope we don't ever.
That's.
I really kind of wish we would have had a need for a helicopter.
For a helicopter.
Yeah.
Shout out Taos.
Yep. Would have been on the content side. That would have been pretty cool. But for whoever,
not for an injury. We're talking sled. We're talking sled related.
Sled related. Yeah. No life flights here.
Gotta clarify.
Not that at all.
I mean, I thought you or Kobe were gonna punch that ticket when you went up.
The life flight. Oh, that was so fun.
Not the life flight. The hill you guys went up.
Yeah. I mean, it was fun. It was worth it.
Oh,
that was
on that big climb. Yeah.
That was funny. Kobe.
I went at this thing just balls to the wall, and there was no need to do that. Like just the hero snow, I could have climbed up and out of it, but started going up, and thankfully Leon didn't capture it. But like, there's a part where I like slipped off my sled, had to go like gather myself, and the next thing I know, I'm pointing in the wrong direction. I was like, "Ooh, this isn't good," and then stalled out and started going backwards, and I'm like, "Oh no." Just buried it as deep as I could, which
made for a cool photo.
Yeah, no, it was
and
actually
a clip
super cool.
when Kobe went past you.
Yeah, that was sick. That was actually really.
That's
nice.
how you could see how steep the hill was because of that. How your sled was and how he rode past you right there. Like
I did. Well, that's just always what's so
annoying,
discouraging. Yeah, like
the GoPro clip. It looks like this, but it's like this.
Well, even on my phone, I felt like it looked. Like I feel like the only thing that really kind of helped was Leon's, whatever that was, his drone. But
you know what's funny is when Kobe got up there, he couldn't find a way back down. Yeah, when he was on the radio,
dude, that was a toboggan ride down. Like I was more nervous coming
scary.
down.
It looked really scary.
More nervous coming down than going up. That
always
thing.
Scarier going down.
Like I just started going, and it wasn't even like I don't even think reverse would have helped whatsoever on that snow.
You know how like when your kid climbs up something.
Oh, I remember
get
being
down?
a kid and doing that. Like
that was Kobe.
Up rocks and then being like, "Uh-oh." I don't know what I'm doing.
I think your son would just jump though, from the sounds of it.
Yeah, probably.
Isn't that how he broke his arm or his leg or whatever? Didn't he break something?
Yeah, he broke his leg. Right. Yeah, he was climbing up to get snacks though. Kind of fell off the nugget. He was so excited about the snacks, he forgot that he was up in the air a little bit.
The gravity exists.
Yeah. Yep.
So I think from here, the people probably want to know, when's the YouTube video coming out of this weekend?
Dang.
I don't know.
They're going to have to wait until next season again?
Probably not. I don't know. That's up to you, actually. I don't have a day. When do you
Hopefully
want it?
sooner than later. I don't know.
Hopefully.
I don't know.
That's funny.
We'll get it posted when there's a ton of snow and everyone's out riding. So
This weekend?
There won't be a ton of snowpack yet.
Oh, yeah, there will be.
There'll be a lot of snow.
Well, do we want to transition to upcoming things?
Yeah, I mean, we could segue into that based off of our riding group.
I don't think we have enough to break into a second episode.
No.
Okay.
I was going to ask what your guys' favorite part was from the weekend.
Those steaks were pretty good. And watching the Seahawks just absolutely run that game.
With all their
I don't know what my favorite part was.
With all their field goals. Tyler's over here. This is the dumbest game.
It's so
the
boring.
The first half sucked.
It was
I
all
will
deep.
say,
I mean,
so boring.
I loved seeing it from like a defensive
Yeah.
standpoint. It wasn't I mean, I feel like it was kind of
both
a clinic.
defenses were doing their thing.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. to
The
see.
corner on the Patriots, Gonzalez. I think.
Yeah,
is his name. He was
single-handedly
on fire.
kept them somewhat in the game in the first half. I'd
Yeah,
say.
I think there would have been a couple touchdowns if he weren't on the field.
Yep, for sure.
Dude, I don't know what my favorite part was. What was your favorite part?
Just I don't know, probably just being able to have everybody together, just because, especially for the Sledson boys with 5 of us and kids and schedules, things just rarely ever align. So for me, it was just nice to have a weekend where all of us, I mean, we didn't have to film podcasts. Like, we were filming vlogging, but we were filming to have fun. It's not like you had a job necessarily.
Yeah. This is
So
way
it was
less
just
stressful.
nice to get out, and it was your first ride too.
That was your first ride.
Yeah.
So
First ride of
I
the
don't
season.
know. That's, and I love the shit out of Ponzer and Jaden, and it's really good to spend time with them, and
Yeah.
yeah, just doing something for the industry to collectively pull 6 winners and have a weekend together. That's my favorite part.
Yeah. I was just thinking about
What?
Rage Cage.
That was my favorite part. I'm
And
not gonna lie.
the fact that Jaden had to call his wife for his wife to tell us that he had to have White Claws in the hospital.
Dude, there was some funny
Oh,
Rage
man.
Cage moments.
That was good. I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed, I feel like progressively over the years, we got to, see those two specifically kind of loosen up a little bit more as we grow closer.
Yeah.
And that's
Well,
really
because we
fun
don't
to
see them very often.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was a really fun weekend. Getting to meet new people, learn about them, what they do, things like that. I enjoy that.
Yeah. Same.
Yep.
Shout out Rage Cage.
Shout out inventor.
It brought us all closer together.
Typically
this weekend,
does
that
You either
weekend.
closer together, or you just hate the person. It's no in between.
Depends on what side of the cage you're
Dude,
on.
who was
Yeah.
picking on me? Was it you and Jose?
Yeah,
No,
no,
it was-
one was picking on you.
It was Kobe and Jose.
Nobody was picking on you.
I passed.
Kobe's a cheater, bro. Every time, because I was in between them.
He plays the rules to
Here
his
it is.
benefit
Here
when
it
he
is.
feels like
This
it.
is what happens when you
If-
play.
If he would hit his cup the first try, he would pass it back, and I had the cup. He'd pass it back to Jose, and every time I'd bounce, his forearm would go over my cup and hit the freaking ball, like almost every time. And then I'd have to drink because somehow Jose would then conveniently make it his first try. And I'm not bad either. I'm not bad.
I love this.
Pissed me off.
It is fun to see you in that element because it's so rare. You
It
know?
is fun.
You know who kept picking on me? Kept trying to actually screw me over was Jaden.
Oh yeah.
He kept
Jaden's good
passing the
at that,
cup
though.
back to me.
Dude, I passed the cup to you a lot
Both,
too.
yeah, both of you.
But see, the way that it was convenient for me because of it was just like a straight shot to you, right? So like time is of the essence,
Yeah.
right? And so just to shove it straight across versus like trying to skip and think, just straight over, and it just always happened to go to Jeff. Except for when Kyle.
Mind you, we were like 3 games in already, and then they decided to join. So
yeah,
that
true.
was another.
Yeah. Except for when Kyle was in the cage, or Kyle, and then it was Kobe on one side, me on the other. So then it was just
That
back
was a
and forth.
bad.
between
That was
Kobe.
a bad
Kyle got he got in a situation.
tumbled.
So did Kevin the first night. Same thing happened to Kevin too when he played.
No, it was fun.
It was a good. It was a good time.
All right, upcoming stuff. So per the time of the recording, it is Monday, the 16th. So obviously tomorrow, the 17th, Skidoo and Polaris is dropping the 2027 models. So obviously by the time that they hear this on Wednesday, everybody's already going to know, but I did hear from the grapevine that it sounds like Skidoo is doing something pretty sweet. I have no other context than that.
What? Just gonna leave me like that?
Yep, sounds like there were some whispers that they were supposed to do something pretty.
You think it'll be for the
Pretty
trail
big,
sleds
but-
or just all around?
No idea. I mean, even thinking about what Polaris is going to do. You know, we've talked about it before. with that Factory 9, that Kosterky has, and the Rimshot boys have been racing for a while. Like, when's that going to come to market? What's that going to do to the state of the market?
Yeah,
with how much are for sale and
Pretty saturated right now.
so
Yeah,
yeah, I mean,
we'll see.
I'm kind of drawing a blank on what Polaris is going to do. I don't really know. I definitely don't think there's going to be a chassis change.
I don't think there's going to be a chassis change either from Polaris. I don't really see the need to be honest.
I mean,
this
we
point,
go
I think
through
there's
this
other
every
things that
year
can
of like
change.
how much can they actually change to make things better because they're already so great. You say that about Skidoo or Polaris or whatever, but yeah. And then they end up doing something, and then you're like, oh wow. But so I don't know.
Me either.
I have no clue what they're gonna do. I do find it interesting that they are like 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks earlier than past couple of years. It seems like usually like the first week of March or somewhere in there they release. But so it'll be interesting. So yeah,
That makes me think they did less
that comes to tomorrow,
than more.
and then
Like new colors.
Wednesday the day that this drops, Wednesday night, team riders Alex Loveland and Justin Wicke are flying in from Wisconsin. Their truck is with their sleds is currently at my house. So they're gonna come hang out in Oregon for a few days, Wednesday to Sunday. Yet to be decided on what the plan is on where we're gonna go ride.
When did they drive here?
If we're gonna go to Oregon, somewhere in Oregon, or over to McCall again, or what? I think we're gonna chill and play it by snow conditions. Possibly, maybe if it works out, do episodes with them on Thursday. Spend some time ride with them. They drove their truck over when we were in McCall on that Sunday. They drove to my house, put their spare keys for the truck in my mailbox, and then proceeded to park in the parking lot at the gas station by my house and slept in the truck.
Oh, at the Western Express or
Maybe
whatever
that
it's
was
called.
on Saturday. Yeah.
The yellow gas station.
And then drove to Tri-Cities to the airport on Sunday, parked their truck there.
But they
flew
made
back.
they made their way out here. They were riding before that, right? Weren't they riding?
They
to,
were at
Eastern
Mason
Idaho
Miller's.
or something. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Which is still a long ways away.
Cody, yeah. Long ways. Yeah, so they're going to ride here for 3 days and then leave their truck here again, fly back to Wisconsin, and then they're going to turn around and fly back here to Oregon Wednesday, March 4th, and then Thursday, March 5th is when we all head out for the Sledson Brotherhood team ride. And they're going to go to that and then make their way home from there.
Dang.
That's some dedication.
Yeah, it is. That's wild.
Dedicated to the game.
So this coming weekend, about 3 days of riding with those boys. The following weekend, hopefully, still up in the air.
Kids
Potentially, possibly, maybe, don't know. Depends on snow.
Gonna need a lot of snow.
Kids ride, last day of February, Saturday, the 28th.
Mm-hmm.
Kids ride, we're helping partake in that again this year. And then the following weekend is the Brotherhood ride. And then third weekend of March is Jackson. I think we're still kind of
I
up
saw
in
you
the
send me
air.
an invite for that.
I did at the beginning of the year, like in October. I sent
Oh,
out
I just got
invites to
I got a
everybody.
new notification for it. Maybe it's because I didn't accept it.
Hey, it's
Probably a
coming up.
reminder.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
It's still up in the air on who all is going to go to that. If any of us are going to go to it, still kind of up in the air. And then depending on snow conditions, might do something with Ponzer in April, but I don't know yet. So
Dang.
that's the future. I'm glad it's finally snowing now, though.
Yeah, no
good.
kidding. Needed this for quite a while.
Yeah.
Big dampener on the season.
Dude, I thought I was gonna see some more snow at Mount Hood this last weekend, and
Oh yeah, how was your Valentine's
There-
getaway?
there wasn't that much snow.
No.
We didn't even do they have like cosmic tubing or whatever, you know. We didn't even do it
Oh,
because the snow was just like shit. So it wasn't really worth it.
Was it nice to get away though?
Yeah, I just chilled pretty much all weekend. Did like nothing.
No hikes or anything?
No, which was nice. It was nice doing that after having our giveaway weekend.
Mm-hmm. Just relax.
Yeah, literally just chilled.
Nice.
Chilled and ate
Reset.
food. That's about it. Yeah.
Good.
That is dope.
What'd you guys do?
I was sick.
Oh yeah.
I had the kiddos. So spoiled them Saturday. Hung out. Friday night. Yeah, hung out Friday night. Saturday, same thing.
Oh, you got. Wait, when did you get Charlotte the? So the Stasic?
Saturday, yep.
Oh, you went and picked it up Saturday?
Yeah, I went up to
Facebook Marketplace or what?
no, I just went up to JMC,
Mm.
and they had 3 of them there. There was the gas one, the Husky one, and then the regular one. And of course, if you get the gas or the Husky one, you're paying like an extra $50 for the name on the side of it. And so I was like, hey, which one do you guys want?
And she picked
Like that one. It was the red one, the gas one. I was like, all right, well, cool. It is what it is. But yeah, she's loved it so far. She's crashed a couple times. Yeah, she doesn't take direction super well, but I can understand that. I know who her dad is. So
I know him too.
yeah. Maverick, he doesn't quite understand like the twisting of the throttle yet, so he gets kind of frustrated because there's resistance on it. So if he gets on it and tries to like push with his legs, there's that resistance. So he did that for like maybe 2 laps around the shop, threw it down, went back to his Strider bike and just started cooking on it. I think we probably did close to like 150 to 200 hot laps in my shop this weekend. Just nonstop, just going and going and going and going. Charlotte obviously rode the bike outside. But when we were back inside, we do I have my old man scooter, which is like, there's two tires in the front, one in the back. And then Charlotte rides her scooter, which is just a regular kid scooter. And then Maverick rides his Strider, and we just do hot laps around the couches for
Hours.
just hours. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. It's a good workout. My glutes are smoking
Yeah,
when I get done.
you could probably count that for your 20-minute.
I don't know this doesn't pick it up. It'll pick it up if I start going like really, really fast. But when I start doing that, then I start crashing because the scooter just comes out from underneath me. I'm like, oh, I don't enjoy this.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, there was quite a few. I actually let Charlotte ride the Stasic inside at first. So Maverick was asleep. the first, she was having a hard time understanding the twist, as most kids I feel like would. She sits on it, and I was like, oh, you have to twist it to go. And she twists it, and it's on the low setting at this point, right? But we're inside the house. She twists it, and it starts going, and you just see her eyes get so big. And she's headed right for the office area. It's a French door, and it's glass, obviously. And I didn't think much of it, but she was pointed straight at it. And so she like jumps off the bike, but the only hand that's still on the bike is
The throttle.
So it comes like up and around her.
She's trying to do a bow tie?
Yeah, oh yeah, she definitely did a bow tie. And I was like, maybe we should go outside. And she was like, yeah, I think that's a good idea, Dad. So went outside, did that, and she rode that thing. Every time she gets on it, she'll just ride it till the battery's dead, which is awesome. I love that.
I did that when I was a kid on a PW50, my parents' backyard. Right
Straight
into the fence.
Yeah. Mine was straight into at my grandparents. I started riding 3-wheelers, so I had this little like Honda 90, and they had this huge wall. The house was a mason house or a masonry house, and I remember the first time I got on that thing, and it was a thumb throttle, and I'd never really done that before, and I went straight into that wall, just boom.
You still don't do those throttles.
Nope, I'm done with those.
More of a finger guy.
Yeah, that's right. The old stand-up's got it, and the sled's got it. And I do like the...
How old were you when you started riding the 3-wheelers?
I was pretty young. I was probably like 4-ish.
Yeah.
I remember, I was riding them before that. It might be 5-ish, I don't know.
I think I was
Probably
5.
4 or 5.
I was 5.
But I always rode with...
That's what I grew up on too.
always rode with my grandpa and my dad, because like that oh man, I can't talk. That dynamic was super close. Like my grandparents helped raise me, and we'd camp all the time. So like on my weekends with my dad, we would all go up camping, and that's what he had. He had that awesome. It was like a 86 or 87 250R, that 2-stroke 3-wheeler. And then my grandpa had the 200X, and we would always ride. And just depending on how wild we wanted to get is who I would ride with. So if we were going on a pretty gnarly trail, I would typically ride with my grandpa because he was more methodical, essentially. He'd been doing it a little bit longer, where my dad was a little more just like, I'm going. But same with night rides. We do night rides quite a bit too. There was one side note. This is just going to be a side tangent, but there was one night where we go for the kids ride, actually, where the littles ride. It used to be a gravel pit, so there was like a big mound of gravel that they would use for up there. We went up there one night, and it was my grandma and my grandpa. They were riding the 200X, and then I was with my dad on the 250R, and we're there, and you can't really see a whole lot, just that little headlight that it had. And he's doing a donut, and he's just going, and you can't see anything. There's dirt and dust flying everywhere, and I'm screaming, faster, 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 faster. And he got out of it at the wrong time. That thing flipped over. My dad is just gone. I had no idea where he went. Well, my leg was pinned. I was pinned up under it, and I was pinned on the right-hand side. So my right calf got burned pretty good. And I don't even know how, I just remember being in that moment and then realizing oh my gosh, my leg is hurting really bad. Yeah. And then my dad just ripped me out of there. Oh my gosh. My grandma was hot. She was so mad at him, but those are memories.
I've never rode a 3-wheeler.
They're so fun.
Never?
I love them.
Just dirt bikes. And
they definitely teach
you
fun.
They definitely teach you
Dangerous.
throttle.
But
Yeah.
they're sketchy.
My grandpa had 2 of them. That's what we grew up on, and then 4-wheelers.
Mm-hmm.
So
Never dirt bikes.
So did you ride them on trails?
Yeah. Yep. You'd ride
I feel
on
like those would
trails,
be so tipsy.
Yeah.
on trails.
I remember the first time I rolled one, we were actually riding a single track trail, trying to get down the single track trail on the 3-wheelers. And there was a spot where you kind of come into the saddle, and you'd be just fine as long as you kept momentum. But I didn't understand that quite yet. My grandpa stopped me before we got there and was like, hey, this is what you got to do when we get there. So I kind of did. And then it was just that slow, as I'm still going, boop, I roll over, and I am down, downhill side of the 3-wheeler. And I remember looking up and seeing that thing dunk, dunk, and hightailed it out of there real fast. And it went down a couple more feet. But yeah, that's what we do. We'd ride the Jeep Trail primarily. I'd go until I couldn't go any further. And then we would ditch it in the trees. I'd jump on with my grandpa and head on up.
I always rode in my grandparents' pasture there at their house.
Mm-hmm.
But then my grandpa used to have a couple big farms out by Boardman.
Mm-hmm.
So we would take the old Willys Jeep.
Oh, yeah.
3-wheelers and the 4-wheelers out there and stuff.
That's fun.
Yeah, it was a good time. I remember one time, I don't remember how old I was, but all of the cousins, we were supposed to go to the roller skating rink here in town. And so everybody was kind of riding before we went and did that, and I was taking a corner. So the pastures around my grandparents now are all pivots. Mm-hmm. Well, before pivots, there was all risers, and a bunch of them. So you have to dodge through. And I came cooking around a corner a little too fast, and I caught one of those risers and rolled. Ooh. Got a whole bloody mouth, and needless to say, I couldn't go to the roller rink after that, so I was kind of bummed. But anyways.
Yeah, they definitely teach you how to stay in the throttle when you're going through a corner. But if not, good way to break your leg or ankles. One of the two.
Yeah. Did you guys see, this is a different topic, but the Sea Boys commented on Leon's photo of him on his sled?
I did see that.
I did.
Oh, yeah.
Did they really?
Yeah.
What'd they say?
Because someone else.
They said,
did
dude, Evan, bro, is this you? Or because Evan has the Cheeto print on his dirt bike.
Yeah. I was in the comments trying to tee something up, a collab.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Well, Jose did say something about you should take this sled like they do the R6 and
send it off the ramp.
Send it off and get a new sled after.
Yeah.
Where did he post that at?
EO Boys.
Instagram.
Oh, EO Boys is the one that it is.
Yeah.
I don't like he wants attention to his personal.
Yeah, right there. That post.
Dude, he had a lot of highlights that weekend. Arctic FX reshared
Yeah.
on their story, and it
Well, how many likes does it have right now?
was over 700.
2,100.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
man.
wild.
I hope he, as he upgrades sleds, I hope he doesn't go away from that.
No, I mean,
He
better
should
not.
keep it.
Yeah, that's
Well, dude, the beanie's ridiculous too. That beanie.
beanie is
He's
ridiculous.
fully kitted.
I'm like,
Very
where'd you
unique.
how'd you find that? And he claims all he searched was red beanie. And that
Yeah,
popped up.
I was sus on that one.
There
I don't know,
ain't
Leon.
no way.
I'm calling the.
Have you seen a beanie like that before?
I literally searched red beanie on Amazon, and I did not. None of these.
I've never seen a beanie like that. When he had that on,
It's sick though.
he looks like a
dope.
bug.
He does look like a little
Has
bug.
bug eyes.
That's awesome.
It's when you start looking at his rap, there's a lot of funny stuff on it.
Dangerously Cindy.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I didn't know he had some. Well, I actually did.
Dude,
see
it's
that.
fun to watch him ride. He's, for being so new, he is not afraid of the throttle.
No, I mean he
love
rode
it.
dirt bikes and four
No, I know,
wheelers and
but-
stuff when he was a kid. But he's good on that sled.
Yeah, he is.
He
That
was
cracks me
asking us when we were leaving, like when he upgrades. He's like, "Do you guys think when I upgrade, should I not go straight to a boost? Like, is it gonna be too much for me?" And we're both like, "No,
Just do it.
dude, you'll be just fine. Just don't be like Jose. Don't dig in the
Damn.
dirt."
That one when we were, what was that, Saturday morning when we were climbing up the hill, like we were all kind of sitting there, and then Jose came over the radio,
Oh,
and he's like, "Hey Jeff,
why
can
was
you
he
come-
calling me?
Can you come back down here?"
Oh,
I think it
yeah.
was. I mean, I probably wouldn't want a whole lot
Le-
of people coming down there either.
But
But
Leon climbed it, and then you climbed it, and then Jose climbed it, and I was at the end.
You were
It
at
was
the
just
bottom.
me. I was at the bottom, and I watched all three of you, and I watched Jose from the start, dude.
He just got on it.
Leon
on it.
ripped
I
right
loved
up it, no problem. Jeff ripped right up it, no problem. And from the start, Jose was,
he was practicing rim shot, baby.
all over the place, all the way up that. And then I just hear it pinned, and then it shut off. And then he came across the radio because he had just
Jeff?
disappeared out of the trees.
Can you come back down here, please?
It's calling
Jeff's
me.
like, no. Why? Like what?
Why, dude? I
And
didn't
he's
know.
like, well, I'm kind of under my sled. And then I was like, oh, this is okay.
Yeah,
Don't
once
worry.
I heard that, I was like, "What's he doing?" I'm like, "Why? How did he not? How did he not get up?"
I don't know.
It's so funny. I get over there late. Someone else was already helping him. He's just like laying there.
I think Jaden.
That one threw him
Taos
into a
and
funk.
you.
Yeah,
good. But he came out of it. He did good after that.
he had the
killing it.
yips.
Happens to the best of us.
He had the yips, and then he got
then
out
he
of
was-
it Saturday
and then-
afternoon.
And then he was trying to do the bow ties on a south-facing, sunburnt, solid ice hillside.
I
We're
kind of
ragging on him so bad.
I kind
Well,
of
he's
set
not
him up.
here, so
Dude, the clip I have after he was pissed and his helmet rolls all the way down.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I just have a clip and I follow the helmet the whole way down, and then I just pan back up to him. He just looks upset.
he's always in such a good mood and always has something to say. And then in moments like that, when he doesn't have anything to say and he's all mad, it's so funny because you never see him like that. You know,
No,
he was pretty upset.
it was rare. I set him up for that though.
Well, yeah,
I
we
pulled up to
encouraged
that
it.
and I'm like, go do something on that. And then he did.
Go do something on
He
that.
tried. Wasn't an optimal hill for sure for that.
No,
But when he rolled his sled and his cooker clanked,
and he thought it was.
he thought it was cooling or something. Oh boy. Yeah.
Well, Sledson listeners, again, apologies for my voice and coughing on you guys, but appreciate you guys being here, tuning in for this episode. Means a lot to us that you guys, still engage and like and share and comment and leave reviews and stuff on all the different platforms. We would not still be continuing to do this, creeping up on the end of season 5 here, a couple months left. But we appreciate your guys' support and being here and engaging with us. So We will catch you guys on the next episode.